All right, what's going on, YouTube? I want to show y'all my truck is kind of not clean. Anyway, welcome. It's me, Low Jockey. I haven't been on in a while. And the last time I made a video, I was talking about being on a vegan challenge. And technically, I have not eaten any meat, but you can't be a vegan if you're wearing a leather belt. So I have not been doing a vegan challenge. I've been doing a vegetarian challenge. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks. Today is what? What is today's date? Friday the 18th. And tomorrow will be the second week, no meat. Right now I'm eating some that's chips with hummus. You don't know what that is? Look it up. Anyway, that was my intro. A minute has been wasted. One of my subscribers asked me to describe the lease program with Hirschbach. I would do it in my own words. I might leave some things out. I know you're going to go to the comment section, decapitate me. But anyway, I'm just going to give you an idea of what mine is. And I'll be using the actual contract itself to guide by. All right, I haven't rehearsed anything. Anyway, basically, the lease purchase program, in a nutshell, is you leasing or renting a truck with the option to buy the truck at the end of your particular contract lease terms. On this truck, since my truck is a 2016, my lease term is 25 weeks. So within 25 weeks of paying for the truck, I have the option to buy it at the end. So it is a balloon payment. However, there's no credit check. There's no contract. You can get out of it. You can just walk away. It's a walk away lease, to make a long story short. It's a walk away lease. So you can get in, see what it's like, see what the problems that the owner operators go through, and that's it. Now, some benefits of this while you're learning how to function and operate the truck, there is a full maintenance program on the whole truck from bumper to bumper. Some of these programs have it to where there's only certain parts of the truck and the trailer you have to pay for the tires. This one, you don't pay for nothing, period. You don't pay for the satellite TV, the satellite radio, the PeopleNet, none of that. However, I'm sure you pay for it, but it's within the contract. But let's go over some of the things. So for instance, my contract, I added my stuff up. My fixed cost is $1,051. $1,000.51. That's my truck payment, all my base plates, all my permits. I got occupational health insurance in there. You know, paying to use the tolls and all that. Pre-pass and all that stuff. That's all in there. But it does not include the fuel, and it does not include a couple other things. What it doesn't include is the fuel tax. That's accumulated in miles. And it's not the miles that you're dispatched on, it's the miles that the truck actually drives. There's also a lease completion. It's the loaded miles. They charge, they don't charge, but it's 1 cent a mile that they take out of your settlement, and they save that to the side. So after your lease is completed, you got a little money, you know, probably to either help you pay for that balloon payment, or if you want to walk away from that truck, jump in a new one, you got some money to start off with. Maybe you can get the next one, I don't know. Then you got the full service maintenance. That's an additional 10 cents a mile. So between the fuel tax, the lease completion, and full service maintenance is 14 cents. So when I do my math and calculate everything, I just take out 14 cents. So I know my fixed cost is $1,051. The fuel is 99 cents a gallon. So if you use 100 gallons, it's $100. And then I use the 14 cents per mile, actual driven miles, to come up with the additional monies to pay. Now, what you have to be careful with Hirschbach is, and they will explain it to you, before you sign this contract, you will get on a computer. You can't take it for granted. They're going to go through all of these things step by step to make sure you understand every position. If you don't understand one and don't sign it, you don't agree to the contract. For instance, this is a big one. I heard a guy made a video on this one. You have to be careful. Sometimes the GPS will give you the fastest route, which is all interstate, but it might not be the shortest route. Now, there is a 5% deviance in the miles that they give you that you can be out of route before it's any effect on you. What that means is, let's say if you have a 1,000-mile trip, you have 50 miles that you can go over before you get hit with a penalty of being out of route. So if you have a 1,000-mile trip and you take the fastest route, which is 1,100 miles, then 50 miles over that 1,050, you're going to get hit with something called a fuel out of route surcharge. Okay, and what they're going to do straight up is charge you like maybe $3.09 a gallon, and they're going to have an average where your truck is getting 6 miles a gallon for fuel, and they're going to charge you for that. So you take 50 divided by 6 miles per gallon, you take that number, multiply it by 309, and that's how much they're going to charge you extra for fuel. So be careful with that. What else can I say about the lease? I mean, it's straightforward. It tells you everything. Like I said, when you're in orientation, they go by line and make sure you understand that, and they make you sign it, that you understand everything you're signing. All right. But some of the things you got are tractor plate, base plate, heavy vehicle use tax, trailer charge. They don't charge for a trailer bobtail insurance, physical damage insurance. You can get occupational health insurance. I got that. Pre-pass transponder. Now this is a good one. They only charge you $2 a week, and man, I guess Hirschbach is pretty good with the DOT, because I hit a scale like maybe 10% of the time. I go through them. I get the green light 90% of the time. There's a performance escrow that they take out. They take out $25 a week and up to $1,000. So, you got a pet deposit if you got a pet. You can do voluntary escrow if you want, just to help you save money. Again, fuel use. The lease completion is $1 cent a mile, and the full maintenance is 10 cents a mile. So like I said, they go over every block, and they make sure you sign all of this stuff, everything. All right, so another thing that's here, I'm on 8 minutes. I'm gonna try to wrap it up here. Like on the compensation, you got how much do you get paid per mile? It's a sliding scale. So the lowest you can get paid is $1 a mile. So anything over 1,800 miles is $1. The highest you can get paid is $2.73, and that's only between 1 to 20 miles. Maybe if you're moving a couple of trailers for them, they pay you $2.73 a mile for your time. It's a minimum of $50 a load. Just going through here. If you do a stop, they pay you $50 a stop. What else we got here? We're talking about the plates. Man, it's very simple, man. So a lot of people are kind of maybe afraid about the lease purchase program. It's kind of like a combination of being a company driver and having some responsibility, because they don't treat you any different at Hirschbach. So I mean, yes, I'm called an independent contractor, but I can't choose what loads I pick. I'm dispatched on loads. Technically, you're not forced dispatched, but you're, how can I say it? They really try to persuade you to take that load. And that persuasion may be you sitting around an extra day. I don't know. I have never really turned a load down. I just go. I look at how many miles and when it needs to be there. Now, I do get a upset stomach if you try to give me like a 700-mile load in 3 or 4 days to get it there. Yeah, we'll have an argument then. But in a nutshell, the lease purchase is, you can look at Hirschbach as Penske or these other companies that lease. The only difference is when you're working with like Penske's and the other companies, I can't think of them. It's at least 3 more, or at least 2 that I know of. It's a total of 3. Penske, these places that lease these trucks too. I can't think of the other name. Ideal Lease and maybe Ryder. Usually if you're a person and you try to go to them to get a truck, you're not going to get it. They want you to get, you got to have a business. They want you to lease several trucks, so it's very similar to that. The only thing I don't like is, you have no say on the load you're going to run and where you're going to go. But come on, if you're going from a company driver to a lease purchase, you got to make baby steps to the next level. So, when you're working for a company, you can look at that as high school. You can look at working on their lease program like Hirschbach as, college, 2-year degree, whatever. The next step would probably be you get your own truck. You go sign on with someone to do your upper, your higher learning. And then if you got all kinds of big cojones, you can go and start your own authority and whatnot. And then you'd be the full demand of the hour, I guess. But anyway, in a nutshell, a lease purchase program is just, you're leasing a truck. You're renting a truck, You are renting a truck. Some of the benefits are with lease that, you never have to deal with a truck that's old as hell. It's 100% maintenance is taken care of. The downfall is if you're doing a lease program, you're not going to make as much as somebody who owns their own truck. But hey, sometimes that's good. You don't have to worry about the maintenance. That's part of that headache going away. It was one company, I worked for a flatbed company. They rented all their trucks from Penske. So if a company like that can do it, it's no different than you doing it. The only another bad thing, a con, I could say, we said the pros are, you keep a modern truck. The con is you treat it kind of like a company driver. You can't just take 2 weeks off. I think they got something in where if you take off more than a specified amount of time, you got to turn the truck in. When you come back, they start you over, new contract, new whatever. I don't know the details of that. I don't want to go too deep into that. But when I went to orientation, there was a guy I was in class with. His wife had a baby, so he was, he went home to be with his newborn. I don't know how many weeks. So they didn't fire him. It was kind of like he did an extended, leave of absence or something. And he came right back. He had to go through orientation again, but he didn't have to do half the stuff we did. He was already ready to go. So it's a good program. If you're a full owner operator, if you want to take a month off, it's your truck. You can do that. Here, they treat it just like company driver. You go out for 3 weeks, you get 3 days off. They do have it where you can skip a payment twice a year, so you can take a week off twice a year. So they got different ways of doing that, man. But anyway, now I find myself rambling. So to the guy that asked me to explain the lease purchase program, I hope I did some kind of justice of not tearing it up. And there you go, man. If you want to come to Hirschbach, go to the website, bro. I'm not going to direct you to a specific recruiter or anything because I haven't even been here 90 days. So I'm not going to try to feed off of other people, if you know what I mean. But if you got any questions, you leave them in the comment, man. I'll get back. I'll try to answer your questions. Again, I'm not trying to refer anybody. So go to the website and go any, meeny, miny, mo, pick a recruiter, and you'll be in the driver's seat like me. And if everything is clean, you're ready to go, you can pack your bags today, bro. It's Friday. I guarantee you by Monday, your ass will be in class. This is no joke. This is Friday the 18th. I'm in Denver, Colorado right now, and it's about 8, 9 in the morning. I guarantee you, if you call Hirschbach by 10 a.m., They'll have you in class somewhere on Monday if all your shit's together. I guarantee that. They'll get you a rental car and everything. Anyway, going on 15 minutes and I gotta go. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Later.